communist side.
Yet we are in another place now, in Fatima. This place was visited by Holy Mother 100 years ago, and Catholic Church confirmed that the revelations was weird. John Paul II was after assault on him especially interested in these revelations, because they told about this event. They told that men in white will be shot, and he understood this very clearly, that the man in white was him. And again, these are revelations given to the childs. 3 shepherds. Mother of God appeared to them in this city. Was miracle of the sun, so called. It was visible for everybody that was at the place at the moment. I don't want to tell much about this, because some researchers of these revelations are telling that this is not really connected with the revelations themselves, that this is like it to be treated like a side story. Anyway, that miracle happened, and even atheists was confirming that really this was visible. Fatima is also one of the most scammed revelations that I know. There are many fake informations about what happened really here. Especially the third Fatima secret is highly copied and falsified. Even these days we got third day of the war in Ukraine. Another false informations about what Mary told here are appearing. I'm reporting them for the website admins where I can, but this is not easy, because I see that this is like a wave coming all over again. So I would like to tell you what Mother of God really told here, and if she told something about the current situation, about war in Ukraine, or maybe Third World War. So listen. Fatima secrets are waking up many controversies, and unfortunately creating many false informations and even the fake revelations themselves, because in today's internet you can find some text that they are claiming that they are Fatima secrets, but they are not. So you need to be very careful and listen only for the persons who you are sure about. And if you are not knowing who to listen, I will tell you, you should disregard all the seculars, all the persons that are not consecrated in any way for the God, like a priest, like a nuns, any persons that are disobedient for the Pope, because if somebody is claiming that he is a Catholic or he is priest, but he is not following the leading of the Pope, who is the successor of the Peter, who was chosen by the Jesus himself, he cannot tell that he is going in the same direction where the church is going, because church is led by the Pope, and Pope is leading the church for the direction that he is thinking that the Holy Spirit is asking him to. And even if the Pope is wrong, and we are listening for the Pope, we are not wrong. We are always correct. So if somebody is disobedient to that, he's taking the consequences on himself, and you should disregard such persons, even if they are priests. Second thing is that Sister Lucia gave the ability to make a research over those revelations to whole church. Yeah, so she's giving the right for the for presenting the secrets in the meaning to the church, to the Catholic Church. So you should also be aware of that. What I can tell you about me, that I'm formated in Catholic Church from around 12 years now. I have frequent contact with many priests who are my friend. I'm asking them for the advices, I'm confessing at them so they know me. And this material will be also sent to them for the reason to review if they will find anything disturbing in this material, and they will tell me, Jacek, you should edit it or remove it. I will do. So what those Fatima secrets are about? Let me tell you. The first Fatima secret is actually a vision of the purgatory, or most likely hell. The vision is telling about the people who are suffering in the fires, and some souls are like a without wave, like a transparent. They are burning inside, outside. They are blackened, and they are bothered by the devils. So there is a huge fire, sparks of the fire. This vision fulfilled Childs with a fear. It was short, as they told, because it was only a while, but long enough to understand it. So this is the first Fatima secret. Second Fatima secret, Mary instruction how to save those souls who they were seeing before in the hell. So she gave the hope. This was year 1917, so this was during the First War. She gave the hope that this world war will end soon. But she also warned the child that if people will not stop offend God, a second war will start soon during the pontificate of the Pius XI. So this is a very short amount of the time. And as we know, this happened because straight after the First War finished, another world war started that was more cruel. And Mother of God was also telling about this, that the second war will be worse. And it was, as we know. And in this secret, Mary asked to consecrate the Russia for her Immaculate Heart, but also to make a communion of the reparation in the first Saturdays of the month, in the penance for the sinners and for the Russia. So was also a promise regarding that if those asks will be fulfilled, Russia will convert and it will be peace. If not, the church will be persecuted, the Holy Father will suffer, and many countries will be annihilated. So, and after this cruel events will happen, her Immaculate Heart will triumph again. So this is the second secret. The first secret was revelated many years after, in 26 June of 2000. John Paul II, this had revelated. It was vision of him, of the Pope, shooted in blood. It was not told in the vision directly that this is a Pope, but Lucia understand that this was the Pope. And as we know, this event occurred, and John Paul was shooted. She was also seeing the angel over the earth, and he was telling with a loud voice, penance, penance, penance. He was crying during that, and he saw that the Pope is going through the ruined city. He's going to the ruined city, and he was seeing the terror and pain, many corpses on his way. And after he reached for the top of the mountain, and there was a big cross. In the same way, and when he reached that cross, he was shot by the bullets and by the arrows. And the same way died more bishops and priests and men and women of the religion, of the various ranks and positions. And that was the way of the God to sprinkle the earth with the blood of the martyrs. So this is basically it. And if you are seeing any more than that, or every additional revelations or any additional content that is not like this is probably fake. So you should avoid that kind of the revelations, because in fact Fatima revelations are short, and key to understanding these revelations is to not think that Mary came to tell about the future of the world, of the humanity. She didn't came to tell about the future. That was not her mission. Her mission was to ask people for penance, ask people to return for the God, and ask people to consecrate the Russia and pray for the Russia. So as we know, this is still actual in 2022 because of the war that started. So it's not prophetic mostly, but it is too, but it's about asking for conversion. So this is the mission of the Jesus on the earth, asking for conversion. And God allowed Mary to ask for this conversion once again. So here is the sanctuary. Maybe you don't see here. Here it is. So what happened? Why this war started? And if it will finish only on Ukraine, like my brothers and sisters in Poland are thinking, they are praying now for Ukraine. No, the prophecy is telling that it will not finish on Ukraine, that many countries will suffer. So Polish should pray for the Ukraine, but they should pray for themselves, because they are next in the line. Unfortunately, that is very sad because I'm Polish. But this is how the prophecy was told, and this war was announced. And what happened? Why this war? Why this war is happening? I don't know. You know, as secular in church, I'm not obligated to teach nothing. I can only interpret with my mind, with the faith that I got, with the knowledge that I got, with the Holy Spirit that I have to. Why we fail it? Because if war started, it's a fail. People are telling, because it's this president of Russia, he's crazy, he's evil. But it's not like this. It's, of course, that too, but that is allowance. Evil will not happen if Russia would be near to the God, if Poland will be near to the God, if Ukraine will be near to the God enough to protect themselves. Suffering is happening. Ukraine is under the war state for many years now. So this is this is just the continuation of this. And what was the reaction? If he was fasting for Ukraine, if he was fasting for peace, if he was fasting for Russia, if he was praying for Russia, if he was this is a question also for ourselves. If he was doing this, what Mary was asking for, if he was interested in a situation that is happening near us, it's the same continent, Europe, yeah? I'm recording this in English, so you're hearing this in Australia, England, New Zealand, Canada. If we all prayed for this country, yeah? We heard many bad signals from Russia. We heard injustice that is happening there in Russian jails. This was the situation from last year. We knew that Russia is attacking Ukraine, Afghanistan, and other countries near her. If he was really worried about the situation, maybe we was living our lives, just to earn the money for another day, rest in peace, don't think about disturbing stuff, just live calmly. Or if he was worried about what is going on in there. No, not enough, because Mary was telling, if Russia will not convert, we was not praying enough for the conversion of the Russia, for the conversion of the nations nearby. And I have to tell that this coronavirus situation also showed me that I was thinking that faith in Poland is strong, but it's not. People are focused on themselves. They are thinking that they are better than Pope. They are not listening to the Pope. They have some groups that they are following. The group leaders. There is division in Polish Church that I didn't saw before the COVID pandemic. We're going now for the Mass. We'll pray for the situation. Here's the Fatima. So we failed when it comes to the Russia, and this war is the result of this. We didn't listen it for the calling of our mother. She was telling penitence, actually both in Lourdes and La Salette, and in here she was only telling what will happen next if nothing will change. Nothing changed. So we cannot be more in our proudness, in our thinking that we are so great. Because if this war came, it was to show us that we are not, that we was making mistakes. Look how beautiful mess. You told it which language?
I think it's Spanish.
Spanish. We need to make a penitence. Try to change it, try to be better. And as in my country, God gave many graces, but after people started to think that they are the best, that they don't need to listen to nobody because they got everything. They are better than Pope, and one or another priest will lead us for true. And after one or another priest is falling out of the church because he's teaching against the church and is suspended or he quit himself, people start to think that church is bad. No, church is just like it was. Just these people was too proud to focus on themselves. They was not teaching about the Christ. They was wanting to pronounce their proudness, their ego. So now we are in Fatima. There is a mass of young Spanish behind me. They are now vivating for Mary, and I think it's the time that we should understand that we was wrong, that the things that we was doing was not enough, that it's time to wake up, and the war that is going on right now is the visible sign of this, that we was wrong. We couldn't be right, because if you will be right, it will be peace. This will not happen, but we was wrong. So I'm proposing to everybody this vacation, go and visit Saint Place. The best is to go for the place of apparition, latest one in Fatima here, or another, Medjugorje, which is not yet confirmed, but is partially confirmed, to make our penitence, to go through the struggle of the pilgrimage, struggle of the trip, struggle of the changing ourselves, because we are changing. If we are going, if our target is Saint Place, is to be more near God, this whole struggle that will be during this trip, during this pilgrimage, will change us for better. So if you can go Fatima of Medjugorje, that's great. I'm recommending. We will be pilgriming for Medjugorje soon. We will show you this place too. But if you cannot, going for any sanctuary, any pilgrimage place, I'm sure that there are some near you and try to go alone or with your group. Try to pray and see how you was reacting on the people around you, your family, your friends, people in the job. If he was the salt of the earth, if that's what enough what he was doing to present that they are Christians, that there is God on this earth who is offended by the unfair laws, by the bad behavior of the people, by destroying the churches, by not helping the Christians on Middle East or in Africa, by muting their voice, also by generalizing that one or another priest who failed in his service is presenting all the church. No, it's not. They are only people, and people can fall. But the church will never fall, and this is the promise of the Christ. So if we was defending the church when it was going through the hard times or accusations, many times unfair. So we go to pilgrim for the saint places and try to change the will of the God, allowance of the God. To Satan, don't spread this word. Don't spread this war all over the world. So, Fatima, last confirmed revelations by Catholic Church, at least last that significant, was Mary, the Mother of God, announced here many significant events for the 20th century and maybe also for the 21st century. She was asking for Russia, to pray for Russia, as we told on yesterday, and we did pray on yesterday. Was this procession today? We was also here, we was listening the intention of the masses. Everybody is praying now for the Russia. So this is the place that Mary chose to call for us to pray for peace, but especially for Russia, for she don't spread her errors. Fatima is far because Portugal is at the edge of the Europe. Actually, it's exit for Africa, for Latin America, and it's not easy to come here. In summer it's very hot. It's not pleasant to be in the sanctuary where you don't have any trees, but nature isn't that strong here anyway. So that was poor land. This 100 years ago when Mary appeared for the 3 shepherds, but this land chosen by the Mary at this time, and I think is important to see this place, to try to understand why she chose that place, why in here she told about such significant events that might happen if people will not pray. Pilgrims from all over the world are coming here to pray on their intentions, but now we got all this one intention to stop the war, to don't spread all over the world, to win by the peace, not by the restrictions, sanctions, by the power or counter-attack, but win by the prayer, because only this can save Europe, world from another deadly war. When God is giving his prophecy, and in this case by the Mary, he's always telling if, and even if he's telling that something will happen, like was going to happen, the destruction of the Nineveh, we can always ask him to change his mind, change his way, because God is merciful and he always have a open heart for us, and if he will see that we are really with a pure heart are asking for conversion for ourselves, for others,
he will do this. So we need to pray and we need to make our penitence. And I'm advising everybody, you come here for this beautiful place, make your prayers, make your struggle by coming here, or choose any another sanctuary, any another place where you need to give little effort for the faith, because faith is not something pleasant always. It's not something that you are only receiving. You need to also give from yourself. You need to also go through some struggle, like the penitence act is also a struggle for many, because we need to tell that yeah, we was wrong, and I'm asking for forgiveness. So this is hard thing to do, but faith is like this. You try for the beloved one when you're trying to get him, attract him. So Jesus is far more the beloved one of ours, because he's our creator and he can give far more love to us than any man and woman on the world. So this is far beyond the human love, far beyond the love that we are knowing. This is love that is burning, can burn us all if it will be released at once for us. So he's giving just little pieces of it. I'm asking for you, pilgrim, this summer, pilgrim, go for the same places that you know, here, Medjugorje, or any other set place that you know, and that you will need to put little struggle to get there, to pray there, to stay there, to work on yourself, because maybe you will not have another opportunity. There is also another thing. We are producing the movie about the abortion from approx 3 years now. It's relying on theological truth about the sin of the abortion, and it's not about that I don't have funds for this, because we cannot complain. God is blessing us, we have the funds. The problem is that it requires a lot of money to assemble it into the movie, the material that we recorded this over 3 years ago, or I need to pay somebody to do my job, so then I can do this. And as we have another job to keep our company running, I cannot do this. So abortion sin is one of the greatest sin on the world now. And if we are thinking that on Ukraine are dying people, in France are dying too. France got legal abortion to 9 months. Holland, Netherlands, the same. Many European countries, the same. United States, something is changing. Great Britain, I see too, but the laws are still allowing for this, the greatest crime of the 21st century, which is abortion. So if you wanna put a brick against this great sin, participate, give a donation. I don't know how much I will need. It's about this, that it requires really few months of work on it, and I cannot put this work into this without having some support. I need to hire somebody to do my job, so then I can edit the movie. So if you are wanting to participate in this creation of this movie that will show how is from the inside the spiritual fight for every unborn child, participate. Go for the our Facebook profile or at the comments under this material, and try to send, or maybe if you can edit the movie, you don't know some good editor, because you know many people edit materials now, but this is not sometimes the best quality, the quality that we would like to have. So if you maybe know some good editor that you can recommend, and maybe he can do at least the part of the job, I would be grateful.